Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're really going to talk about how intention is misunderstood, the word intention. So there's desire and there's wanting something and needing something, and wanting something is not really gonna get you there. So Vadim uses the analogy of raising your arm. You want to raise your arm, and that's just a thought. That doesn't mean you've actually raised it and you've succeeded in raising it. And you need to raise your arm. It's kind of like the same thing. You desire something, you desire to raise your arm, it's just a desire. I'm not really raising my arm, it's just an internal desire inside of me. Okay. But when you do something with intention, that is really the game changer. So there's different ways of interpreting it, but the bottom line is that you want to follow through with the life you want to create. So you've set forward some goals for yourself, things you'd like to have. You'd like to look a certain way, have the body you want, for example. So you want to look a certain way. Okay, so that's you need to look a certain way, you desire to. So you can't just visualize it and pray about it and do affirmations the whole day and think that that's going to shift you radically. It may shift you, but it's going to take a lot of work. And then of course you're going to have to also look at your subconscious and programming and your limiting beliefs, because maybe there's a reason why you look a certain way. It's, you may have excess weight due to the childhood need to protect yourself, for example, from the outside world and from pain, and that's why you've developed that layer of fat, for example, or those kind of things. So there's other reasons. So there's very deep-seated reasons for doing something. But when you intend to have something, that's different, because intention is desire plus action. Okay, so with intention, you're going to have that desire to be a certain way, to look a certain way, for example, in that example, and you're going to follow it through with action. So you going to claim your state. You're going to claim to be this person who's already fit and healthy and glowing. Your skin is glowing, your hair, you feel like you've got more energy, you're not so drained. You're going to claim that state. You're no longer going to claim to be this person who's always tired. I've got a very dear person in my life who's always tired, and that's how she talks. She says that in every conversation: I'm drained, I'm tired, I don't have energy. And sure enough, her world reflects that, and it's becoming more intense, being drained, and ultimately it's going to affect your health in some serious ways. The more you claim to be a person who's continuously drained, continuously tired, so you just want to not try to fix that. You just want to jump quantum leap to this new person who is already fit. So it's going to feel like you're faking it. It's going to feel like you're pretending, and that's okay. Don't worry about that, because it's just unnatural. It's not normal. So it's natural to be fit, but you've just been conditioned to think that you can never get to that level. You can't be that person. So you just want to claim that state, and you want to intend it. So you want to follow that desire through with the necessary action. You can't just sit and expect, through your visualization and through your affirmations and through your goal setting, that everything is just going to magically fall into place. And yes, on something that's non-threatening, it might. On something that doesn't mean a lot to you, but on something that's a bit more challenging and a bit, in your experience, harder to come by, and it's on a bit of a pedestal for you, that's where you need to intend and follow up with the right action, inspired action, appropriate action. So you're not going to run around like a crazy person, chase all around town, trying to get meetings with clients and wondering why they don't bite, because you're coming across as desperate. That's not the appropriate action. You want to follow up with inspired action, you know. And when you do have inspiration, that's the time to follow through. But you also want to do the other things that are necessary. You may have to do an administrative action. You may have to clean up your working area, you know, your bedroom, where you work. A lot of us in Corona are working in our bedrooms, you know, and it's becoming like this horrible space because it's untidy. Coffee mugs are lying all over, tissues, papers, plugs, etc. And it's just not conducive to a healthy energy environment. So it's not good to create from that space. You know, the other day I told my son, my adult son, that he needs to clean out the study. You know, so normally I would take that on myself, and I would like, as a mom, I would like want to do everything, you know. And then I decided, hang on a second, let me outsource it. So I did that, and it was really great because he felt awesome and I felt awesome, and now we've got our study back and we're able to create and our reality from that space of cleanliness. You know, you want to look at your diet. You don't want to follow a diet. You don't want to do that. You don't want to try to find inspiration or motivation to go on diets, because diets don't work. You want to just claim that new state, quantum leap to this person, this version of you that's healthy, that's fit, and you keep that image in mind, and you naturally choose things that are right for you, appropriate for you, foods, etc. You know, so this principle applies to everything in your life: relationships, family, friends, work, money. You know, so you really want to approach it that way. You know, inspired action. But you can't just sit around. You can't just want and desire and affirm. That's not going to get you anywhere. You've got to follow it up with the necessary action, so that you're telling that potential space of pure creativity, the alternative space of pure potential. You're telling it that yes, you are ready. You are to be taken seriously. You are ready for this. You are signaling that, and then the outer forces will then respond and take care of the how. They'll take care of the magic, the behind the scenes. They'll move 7 billion people around to come and give this thing to you, okay? But you've got to take the necessary inspired action. Thank you so much for your support on Facebook and on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Bye.